1007.
Authors say to write what you know, which is why he remains unpublished.
How can you know nothing about anything?
Alan Cox.
That hack knows absolutely nothing.
On 100.7 WMMS.
Guardians off tonight. They will play tomorrow night to start up the weekend series against the Pittsburgh Pirates. That's a 7:10 start tomorrow night. So look at it this way. An hour after your weekend has officially begun. Because that gets underway with the Bill Squire Friday Get Down. Mm-hmm. And, of course, last Friday, Mary was in here with us because it was the night before the cruise. Mm-hmm. Tomorrow she'll have to enjoy it from afar.
Oh, I'm so busy. I gotta go early tomorrow. I can't listen to that.
Do you have shows? Do you have a show tonight?
No, not tonight. Well, yes, I lied, actually. I'm doing a short set tonight at the stand to send in a tape for hopefully a television spot.
Really?
Really.
All right.
Which would be cool.
Mm-hmm.
But it has to be.
Is it gonna? It's gonna be Last Call with Carson Daly, isn't it?
Yeah. Why'd you say that?
A little later with Lily Singh.
You're not supposed to tell.
No. Sorry. I was just so excited for you.
Well, you blew it, so now I'm not doing it at all.
Now I'm not doing it because you ruined it, Alan.
Because you're the worst. So.
Yeah. Well. Okay. Well, good luck.
Yeah, so I've got it down to like 3 different basically versions of the same set. So I just kind of got to get all 3 of them taped and send them out, and then they approve one of them. Mm-hmm. If they approve any of them, they could say, F you, you suck. Who knows?
Wow.
I don't think they'll do that.
They probably won't say that.
Probably not going to say, F you, you suck.
Who knows, you know?
They'll say, you're not right for what we're looking for right now. P.S. F you, you suck.
The subject line of the email is F you, you suck. And then it's, hey, maybe not now.
You
later.
sure that's not like a foreign comedian?
Might be.
F you suck.
Mary, are you okay over there?
I don't.
You gonna be all right?
Really
Willoughby, Ohio.
You can use that one. Feel free to use that one.
Put it in, just do that. Do that as your submission.
That's the whole set?
Mm-hmm.
Just that?
Mm-hmm. And then just going, huh? Mm-hmm. Right? You get it?
No.
Jimmy, did you think that's funny? Did you watch the Adam Sandler special, the new one?
No,
Mary?
we talked about it a little bit yesterday.
Okay,
Alan watched it.
Yeah, I watched it yesterday. I watched a little bit before work, and then the rest of it, for the 20 minutes I was awake. It made me laugh stupid hard.
Me too. I'm not some Adam Sandler stan. I think he's fundamentally funny. Mm-hmm. His movies never really scratched me as much as other people. I think they're kind of, I don't know, that dumb voice that he does so much, whatever. But I think he's a funny guy.
And I love everybody in every story. Hey, Sandman. The Botox story, I was cackling.
Yeah, he had really good.
So I was eating grapes. I was eating some grapes. It was going good. This guy I was with goes, "Yay!" I was like, "What? He goes, you've changed." I said, "Get out of here. I always liked grapes." And he's like, "I don't like this version of you." And I said, "I've been eating grapes my whole life. Calm down." He goes, "I'm leaving." I said, "Well, get out of here then. I've had enough of you too." So anyways, he left, and then I said to the man who was feeding me the grapes, I said, "What do you think? You think I changed?" And he's like, No. I go, "He changed, right?" He goes, "Yeah, he changed, man."
He changed, Sandman. Yeah. It's a. I mean, again, you can kind of see it coming, but it's funny.
Silly.
Yeah, silly.
It's very silly.
It had a very norm quality to it.
And it's very, and it's directed by one of the Safdie brothers who did Uncut Gems. So there's like a chaotic aspect to it that is, I feel like it's scripted, but it plays as performance.
Yeah.
And so I liked it. Just like the balloon bit too.
Yeah, they were like funny,
really like absurd stories.
Yeah. Adam Sandler hasn't changed, have we? was one of the articles written on the thing. They were like, well, Adam Sandler's always been funny. What happened to us? Because he's playing the guitar at the end, the song, and he's, talking about people who were like inspiring to him.
Yeah.
Kind of like a we didn't start the fire.
You kind of, like a little love letter to comedy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. If you are able to listen to us on the iHeartRadio app, and you do that from out of state, tell me where you do it. Mike is a bureau chief in Daybreak, Utah. Cody listens in Ann Arbor. Daniel's in Beaverton, Oregon. Sonia's up in Schenectady, New York. And Lisa sent me the story. She is one of our bureau chiefs in Tempe, Arizona. Sent me the story about a woman at Wells Fargo. Wells Fargo for the past few years because of their kind of hinky business practices. Anybody who has an account with them or anybody who has a mortgage with them, present company included, they got in all kinds of trouble because they had all kinds of, hinky things going on. So you rarely see them in relation to any good press. But a woman died at her desk at Wells Fargo, and nobody found her until 4 days later. A woman who, Denise Prudhomme, was a 60-year-old woman and worked in a cubicle on the 3rd floor at Wells Fargo there in Tempe. And she clocked in for work on Friday morning.
But you can never leave.
Yeah, yeah. She clocked in at 7 a.m. on a Friday, and she wasn't found until Monday. She had been sitting at her desk and just died. And building security called authorities after finding an unresponsive worker. And they said that there was just another person working there who was walking around the building, and I guess she was on a different floor than a lot of people would have been. She was on the 3rd floor and away from kind of a main area. Several people had reported smelling a foul odor, but they thought that it was just faulty plumbing. And so people are like, how the hell do you not find a woman at her desk? And this is kind of...
They weren't there.
This is kind of emblematic. Yeah, but Monday,
They found her Monday.
Monday, yes. But, there were other people. She ended up getting found by a person.
She's not bothering anybody.
Yeah, I guess.
Everybody else is doing work.
So quiet.
Let her do
Doing work at the cubicle. It's kind of emblematic of how a lot of people see that kind, cubicle work. You're just an office monkey. This is like one of those jokes people. I could die at my desk and nobody would know. Well, it happened.
Well, let's find out.
It happened to this woman, Denise Prudhomme. Not an old woman, 60. They don't know how or why it happened. I wonder if she was sitting up.
The universe's plan.
I wonder if she was slumped. I wonder, because 4 days later, obviously, she's going to be cold. I wonder how long it takes before you start to smell. Because once, the rigor and all the other stuff sets in, you get stiff.
Rigor. But
I wonder when you start to smell.
It's got to take a couple. Well,
it has to be. This is ostensibly an air-conditioned office building.
You
so
watch all those forensic files. You should know the answer to this.
Well, it was a test, and you failed. The answer is 3 hours.
What if she always smelled? And if she was the stinky person, that's why everybody was like, that's just Stinky Joan.
She does not use deodorant enough.
She just stinks.
Stinky Joan. Yeah. So they found her. Somebody just happened to be walking around. And I wonder if you can tell by looking at her. Or if you go, hey, are you asleep? And you go over, nudge her. And her head falls over. I don't know how bodies work after they die. But 4 days later. Terrible. What a terrible, terrible thing to have happen to someone. Now, the other end of the spectrum is this company that went on an office retreat, hiking, and they left a dude at the top, or they left him by himself. And so now everybody's making the joke they were trying to kill this dude because 14 people, this is one
Just
of those.
left them?
Yeah, one of those, morale building situations. You ever have like a square job where you have to do this kind of stuff?
No.
I did, but it was a bartending gig, but they would have us do like we went and played paintball one time.
Right.
Like stuff like that. Team building exercises.
Team building. It wasn't hiking.
No.
Right. 15 people from this office hiked up a mountain. This was in Colorado. And they got separated from one guy. And along the way, they also couldn't explain why on their way back down, the other 14 people on their descent, Gesundheit.
Come on.
They scooped up all the markers they left on the way up so that they would know their path down. Why wouldn't you just leave those? They left one dude up there. They didn't know it, but he had to find his way back down. A 14,000-foot-high mountain, by the way. So even for somebody who is an experienced hiker.
That's a lot of mountain.
Yeah.
That's a lot of mountain.
He had to spend the night on the side of Mount Shavano, where he was pelted by high winds and freezing rain. They had to send a stretcher up to get him. That's going to be an awkward Monday morning, boy. You go back to work at the insurance company, and everybody else who was there on the thing is tapping away and working, and you're in the hospital for a couple of days for observation. They're checking you out and make sure that you don't have frostbite or anything else. Guy in his 50s was abandoned by his group, and they didn't even notice. Because every office does have that one person where they go, "Where's Frank?" or Linda or whatever.
I haven't
They go,
seen him in a few days.
yeah, I don't know.
And then they're like,
Is
he
it-
quit 6 months ago. What are you talking about?
I've sent emails to people that haven't worked here in a year.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Because they stopped telling us.
I'm like, oh, they're like, oh, he left like last year. I'm like, oh, okay.
And they stopped telling us.
Did we leave him on a mountain? Is that why he quit?
I thought he was just mad at me. I thought that's why he wasn't returning my emails. No. He hasn't worked for us for a while. I mean, we have someone here who's with child again, and I didn't realize it, and I didn't say anything to her because I didn't know for sure.
Oh, you didn't.
I asked
You
some-
don't want to say, hey, another
Nope.
bun in the oven? 'Cause
Nope.
It could be, hey, someone's
Nope.
put on a few LBs.
Well, because they're like Irish twins.
Mhm.
I mean, she's already got a little
Yeah.
one. And so I asked someone else. I was like, hey, is so-and-so pregnant again? They're like, yeah. I go, okay. Because I don't know. I don't know when people leave here. I don't know when people get knocked up. I don't know anything. I'm in here. I'm doing my own thing all day long. And so I could be the guy, metaphorically speaking, on any given day, I could be the guy left behind at the mountain top.
We're trying.
We won't take a show trip.
Despite
Oh,
your
yeah,
best
well, yeah.
efforts.
Yeah, the thing
We
is,
are
you don't go to any of the not even the show trips, but like you don't go to any of the work events really. So
Yeah, I do. I go
Well,
to
they're always during the show. So
well, like Cavs night.
yeah. Oh yeah.
When
you're
we
like
do
Cavs,
I Heart
yeah.
Cavs night, I go
Yeah.
to that. Have a couple of pops. No, but they're like, oh, the company Guardians game is at 1 o'clock this afternoon. Yeah, I'm not going to that.
I went for a little bit. It was fun.
Well, yeah, I can't do that.
Just get here 2 hours earlier, get everything ready, and then you can go over for a few minutes.
I'm not
It's
doing
not that
that.
hard.
I'm on at 2 o'clock. I'm not going to 1 o'clock game. It's not their fault. It's just because that's what everybody tells me. That all the bigwigs, the muckety mucks are like, well, you should. Should I? Why? There isn't one person at these events that goes, where's Alan? Not one. So that's fine. That's the way it should be. If I can go, guess what? Mary didn't go either.
I don't live there.
I'm sorry?
I don't live
Oh, man, I got to get on that email chain. So, yeah, this guy, listen, if we went on a hiking trip, I would not be the guy left at the top. I'd be the guy at the bottom, waiting for everybody else. I go, hey. So, yeah, they left this guy up there and nobody knew. He texted them to say he was close to the trail but still high up there And apparently, either people didn't have a cell signal, wink, or they didn't get back to him. At dusk, 2 of the 14 people went back up to look for him. I bet they did. Do you see him? No. All right, let's go back down. But then they descended as darkness fell on the mountain. And so they went up and found the guy. He was found in a gully. We've talked about this.
Yeah,
what constitutes a gully? It's like a ravine?
It's just like
it's like a trench? It's like a ditch?
It's a little one.
Okay. Well, he was found in a gully. They had to get a whole bunch of teams out there to look for him. I mean, do you quit after that?
You're dead. Oh,
No,
wait,
you
you didn't
sue.
die?
You didn't die.
Sue?
You
I mean,
him,
nobody
yeah.
did anything wrong. I mean,
probably
they
a
just...
volunteer
they abandoned him
thing.
on a mountain. That's you sue him.
Pain and suffering.
Mm-hmm.
Pain and suffering. I mean, he was in the hospital for a couple of days. What they say, hikers who get separated from their groups is the #1 cause of lost hikers. They're with groups, and then they go, either they think they're going to go off and do something different, or they lose their group. Just make sure that you got a full charge on your phone. That's probably the most important part. But that's going to be a very awkward Monday morning in the office. By the way, movie-wise today through, I think, Monday or Tuesday, they're dropping Shaun of the Dead back in theaters.
Oh,
which is
the 20-year anniversary.
20th anniversary.
Yeah.
So what a great, great movie. Lucy Davis is in it. She was just fresh off the UK Office, I think. She was the Pam, right, in the Ricky Gervais office.
Oh, yeah. I never watched that one.
You didn't watch that?
I tried to watch it, and it just...
One season.
Yeah, it didn't really... It's a little too dry.
Yeah, Shaun of the Dead is back in theaters today through middle of next week. Of course, you could rent it, but it's a fun movie. It's a good time. 20 bloody years. Simon Pegg and Nick Frost, and a couple of hot blondes.
Definitely worth watching again. I haven't seen it in a while.
I think so, too.
Is this a zombie movie?
Yeah.
But
it's like
I've
a funny
never
one.
seen it.
It's
fun.
a fun zombie movie. I think you would enjoy it.
It's what blew those guys up.
Mm-hmm.
Simon Pegg and Nick Frost.
Nick Frost,
Yeah.
And Edgar
And
Wright.
Edgar Wright.
Yeah.
Who was going to do Ant-Man.
Didn't.
Did not. Did he do Baby Driver?
Yeah, Baby Driver, and he did Last Night in Soho. Was that?
Oh, yeah.
That was a great one.
Yeah.
What's the...
Scott Pilgrim.
Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Yeah.
Hot Fuzz, which is of the trilogy.
Yep.
My favorite. There's Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, and World's End.
World's End.
And,
the pub.
Hot Fuzz just destroys me.
Love Hot Fuzz.
So funny.
Timothy Dalton.
Yes.
All right. I think we got it covered. Anyway, Shaun of the Dead in theaters today, if you want to go see it, and into next week. Alan, if I died and went straight to hell, it takes me a week to realize I wasn't at work anymore. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. People would go, I could die at my desk. Nobody would know. Blah, 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 blah.
Well, he's saying his job is out.
I know.
Yes.
Oh, I know. And then you're forever known as the lady who died at her desk. She probably has children, maybe some grandchildren. And they're like, hey, your mom, something happened with your mom. Passed away. She wasn't uncomfortable. I mean, she was at her desk. That's no way to go.
They have to name that desk after her or something, right? Or get rid of it. You think it's haunted?
The Joanne Delome or Prudhomme Memorial Desk.
Right.
Yeah, they just cordon it off with police tape.
Every day she made her faxes at noon.
Uh-huh.
And even though she died 30 years ago, the fax machine still beeps at 12 sharp.
Every day at noon. As other people are filing out to lunch, we get a message from Joanne across the machine. It's been unplugged. All right, I got a break. Cage the Elephant. Want to go see them? They're coming through.